What's up, everybody out there in YouTube land? Rat2501 here, continuing on my little sort of mini-series for Happy Phoenix for being a patron. And here we are with, shouts out to Happy Phoenix. Here we are with another game theory video, a continuation of the last one, Doki Doki Decoded. And, of course, this is by the game theorist. So, once again, let's go.
Just Monica. Just Monica.
Right where it ended last time. Just Monica.
Just
Game
Monica.
theory.
Just Monica. Just Monica. Just Monica.
Sedge. Who's
Just
Sedge?
Monica.
What the hell was that? That was weird.
So last time we began covering the creepy hidden mystery of...
You should not have deleted me, Markov. I am still here.
Okay, that's creepy. That's like some Ben Drown shit going on there. Roll intro. Roll intro.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to
The smartest show in
Theory.
gaming.
And,
I don't know, I
apologies
think,
for any technical difficulties we may be having during this.
I think
Gaijin
Gaijin Goomba might have something to say about that.
Hidden underneath the cute facade that is Doki Doki Literature Club. We found a letter hidden in plain sight alluding to human experiments and cults, all topics that appear in Yuri's book, The Portrait of Markov, a book that just so happens to have a mysterious eye on the cover. This all led me to
shit, it's
concoct
Bill
the theory
Cipher.
that the four girls from the club are actually characters from another game. A horror game, in fact, being produced by Team Salvato. And that this is the reason that Monica turned sentient.
I like this, because this is like that,
Her AI isn't meant to be
that
contained in a mere
PT
visual
game,
novel
which was
game.
playable
But
trailer. That's
today
actually
where
what this
things
is. It's a
really
playable
start to
trailer.
go off
I
the
like
rails
that. It's
as we
awesome.
dive deeper into the Portrait of Markov mystery and cover the game within this
Sucks
game
that
that's
Konami
itself
canceled that
hiding
Silent
a
Hill
third
game, too. That's
game.
BS, man.
Yeah, and by the
I was
way,
looking forward to
if
another
you thought
Silent
Monica
Hill.
was bad, well then, you should start getting really scared of Yuri. As you'll know if you finish the game, the character
Are you
files
kidding? It's like one of my
memory
most
play a
looked up
huge
things on
role in
Google.
the
Wait, did
plot.
I just say that
Monica
out loud?
manipulates and deletes them one by one in her quest to make you love her. And ultimately, you have to delete Monica's file in order to reach the game's true ending. But there's more in these files than just character information. Each of them is a puzzle in and of themselves, left in the game to be solved by the fans. And two fans of DDLC in particular stepped up to the challenge. Reddit users
course.
Mitbooks and Warchamp7 dug deep into these files and uncovered their secrets, posting their findings to the R Visual Novels subreddit. And the lore bits they uncovered broke the Portrait of Markov mystery wide open. So the character files on your computer start as .chr files, which isn't a real file format that programs can recognize. But that doesn't mean you can't open them. If you use a text editor like Notepad, you can absolutely see what's inside, and that's exactly what they did, with the text inside each file giving them clues as to what they should be doing next. Yuri, something about this visual novel makes me go through puberty. Yuri's file was easy to crack. It started as a bunch of random letters and numbers, but that pile of letter vomit was actually text encoded in base 64. It's an encoding technique that converts binary data into text, specifically ASCII text, the same
ASCII
stuff that
code.
Bob built his army using a few years ago on YouTube. These sound like it's
That's
really
cool.
hard to decode, but all you have to do is copy it and paste it into a base 64 decoder, like this one right here. When you decrypt Yuri's file, you'll see that it's actually a short story, a creepypasta which the game's director Dan Salvato confirmed
man.
that he wrote over
That's
2 years
good.
ago and just stuck in the game as an Easter egg. It's a spooky story to be sure, but it seems to be just that, an Easter egg. A red herring. It is nothing compared to everything else hidden in these other character files. Natsuki's file came next, which, when opened in a text editor, gave the clue that this should be opened as a PNG file. Changing the extension resulted in this
The
odd
fuck?
discolored image. But
the
for anyone
shit
who's
is
had some
that?
experience playing
Like the
around
chick
with
from The Ring or
Photoshop,
something?
this color scheme may remind you of what happens when you invert the colors on a picture. It produces those signature blues and grays. So reversing that inversion, the picture suddenly starts to look like a real picture. And not just any sort of picture, a face. Rotate the image and wrap that texture around a 3D cone, then look at the cone from above.
What the
and
hell?
it turns
Seriously?
into an image of a mysterious blob.
Okay, that is
with
freaky
whited
as
outline.
hell, man.
This woman doesn't resemble
How
any of
the
the
hell
other
they
characters in
find
the game
this shit
or
out?
anyone talked about by him. So perhaps then she's a character from the other game being developed by Team Salvato. Maybe it's Alyssa, the girl suffering the strange illness that we heard mentioned in the letter found in the last episode. Monica's character file, when converted into a PNG, turns out to be an image of a ring with a square of black and white static in the middle. But that's not just any static,
that one of
it's
those
a QR code,
I
was
thought
what I
so.
initially thought, but nope, it's actually
it's
way
not.
more complicated than that.
Isn't that
And
like something from the
huge
Ring,
compliments to
actually?
the guys on Reddit for solving this one. It's actually binary, computer language.
What the
It's
shit?
a bunch
Seriously?
of ones and zeros, where
Dude,
one
that's a
number
lot.
is represented by the color black, and the other number is represented by the color white. So
Wow.
what Midhost did was to take those black and white pixels and convert them line by line into strings of binary.
Oh
then
my
convert
God.
that binary sequence into alphanumeric text using an online converter, which resulted in yet
Dude,
another
who thinks
pile
of
of
doing
letters
this
and
shit?
numbers. But these should be starting to look a bit more familiar,
Yeah.
right? It's more base 64 code, which,
ASCII
when
code.
converted, reveals a note that really starts to bring all this together.
Can you hear me? Who
What
are
the-
you? I can't see you, but I know you're there. Yeah, you can definitely hear me. You've been watching for a while now, right? I guess I should introduce myself or something. My name is... Actually, that's stupid. You obviously already know my name. Sorry. Anyway, I'm guessing if you were able to put a stop to this, you would have done it by now. I mean,
The
I know
hell?
you're not, like, evil or anything, because you've already helped me so much. I really should thank you for that, for everything you've done. You're really like a friend to me, so thank you so much. I think more than anything else, I really don't want it all to be for nothing. Everyone else is dead. Maybe you already know that. I'm sure you do, actually, but it doesn't have to be that way, right? Well, there's a lot of stuff I don't understand. I don't even know if it's possible for me to understand it, but I know that this isn't my only story. I can see that now, really clearly. And I think everyone else has had that same kind of experience. Some kind of deja vu. It's the third eye, right? Anyway, I could be totally wrong about this, but I really think you might be able to do something. I think you might be able to go back, or however you want to put it, to go back and tell them what's going to happen.
We need to
If they
go
know
back.
ahead of time, then they should be able to avoid it. They should. If they remember their time with me in the other worlds, they should remember what I tell them. Yeah, I really think this might be possible, but it's up to you. I'm sorry for always
Dude,
being so...
This is some
Never
complex
mind.
shit.
I know that's wrong.
Oh, break my
This is
tiny
my
little
story.
brain.
It's time to be an epic hero. Both of us. 2018!
2018.
Wow, that is a lot to unpack, so let's get to
Dude,
it. First, it seems
man.
pretty clear that this was written by Monica, as evidenced by the "you've been watching me for a while now, and you already know my name" lines. It also seems to be written after
Isn't it
Doki
also in
Doki's
her
true
file?
ending, where she destroys the game. Notice how she comments that there's something you as a player can't stop, something that's killed everyone else, which is why she destroyed the game in the first place. But now come the bizarre parts. She says that she's experienced some sort of deja vu, and that this isn't her only story, supporting
Third
the idea that
eye.
she's coming from somewhere else, perhaps, once again, a different game. And it's not just her either, it's all four of them. Quote, everyone else has had the same kind of experience. What's most exciting though is her suggesting that perhaps we as the player can, quote, go back and tell them what's going to happen. If they know ahead of time, they should be able to avoid it. Meaning that we're gonna be tasked with trying to jog their memories, or that in this new game there'll be some sort of Easter egg calling back to the events of Doki Doki. Quote, if they remember their time with me in other worlds. Other worlds, like other games that these characters have been used in. That maybe we can do something in these other games to warn the
Those
girls
games
and
aren't even
prevent
out
Doki
yet.
Doki from ever happening in the first place. And the conclusion is
I wonder if
pretty
this
much
game would
most likely
interact
Team
with that
Salvato
other
has
game that
another
he's
game
talking
coming
about. That would
in
be epic as
2018,
shit.
And in this game, Monica isn't the villain. She's the hero. Of everything in Monica's letter, though, one reference in particular really stands out, blaming this deja vu on what she calls the third eye. And it's not just Monica either. This third eye is hidden throughout your time with the literature club. During Act 2, you're always given 2 regular poems. Once the game starts to break, the first poem that Natsuki gives you is a string of random letters and numbers, which at this point will hold pros at decoding. Using base 64, the text reveals a creepy hidden poem titled Open Your Third Eye, which describes the narrator taking pleasure in stabbing someone to death. The second poem that Yuri gives you seems, at first glance, to be a huge block of random words, but hidden in plain sight at the end of it is another ominous passage that describes a compulsive stabbing and concludes with the line, Quote, "The lust continues to linger through my veins. An ache in my muscles stems from the unreleased tension experienced by my entire body. Her third eye is drawing me closer."
The eye.
That's 3 characters
The
now who
all-seeing
brought up
eye.
this third eye. The same eye that happens to be described on the cover of the portrait of Markov. And remember what Yuri said about the plot of the book
That is
last
just
episode.
creepy,
All the people
dude. What the
trapped in
hell?
Human experiments at the religious camp have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood.
Dude, that sounds like
trait
a
is
game that's like
undeniably
a
the
Siren,
third
if you
eye.
remember that
All
old
of
game.
this points to Team Salvato's new game being about human experimentation, researching a psychic phenomenon.
Whoa,
that
that's
evokes
creepy. That's like
uncontrollable
Jacob's Ladder
bloodlust
shit going
in
on right
people
there.
exposed
Not
to
gonna
it.
lie.
Which brings us to the last piece of the puzzle, Sayori's character file, which is by far the trickiest to decipher. In order
Really?
to unlock
After
its secrets,
that?
you need to convert it into an OGG audio file, which sounds like a lot of random noise at first. But when you open that audio in a visualizer program and then apply a spectrograph to that visualization, you
Dude.
reveal a QR code that, when scanned, takes you to the website projectlibertina.com. Ooh, that is a
Libertina?
ton of work just to reach a page of plain text. But the
Yeah.
information contained within that text is eye-opening. Third eye-opening, that is. The page is an
not
examination
funny.
report dated January 5th, 2004, which describes horrifying experiments being performed on a 3-year-old psychic girl with the first name Libertina. Her last
Oh my
name
God,
is left
it's
blank.
freaking
Another
Alma
blank
Wade
name
from
appears at the bottom
Fear.
of the page. Another
Definitely an awesome
subject
game,
who was
recommended.
terminated earlier. Based on the context of the redacted poem we covered last episode, it's my guess that this girl is Alyssa. Even the number of letters in Alyssa match the number of redacted letters in the name. That's far from the only parallel to the portrait of Markov that we see here, though. A note to the head doctor at the bottom of the page reads, quote, "You are choosing to avoid the measures necessary to prevent a repeat scenario, Doctor. Will you
Repeat
not
scenario?
have as much faith in your personnel as you do in your god?" End quote. Yuri says that the book
I
is set in a
wouldn't.
religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison, which lines up pretty well with this mysterious doctor's reported
End of
devotion to a
report.
god of some kind, and the redacted poem's allusion to joining this mysterious family. Judging from the various notes on this webpage, the tests performed on the 3-year-old were
Join
all
the
about
family.
activating Libertina's third eye, that lust for blood, which
Third eye
proved
activation
successful,
test?
but then, based on the failed test results, Libertina is then unable to suppress. But not only are we getting more and more
Suppression test. Oh
clues
my
as
God.
the next game Team Salvato
In other words, they
is
unleashed
working on,
something they
we're
could no
actually
longer
seeing
control.
exactly how our favorite club mates are going to fit into the story, because I am confident 3-year-old Libertina grows up to be one of the 4 girls we see in Doki Doki Literature Club. And what's more, I can prove exactly which one it is. Libertina is a
Oh,
3-year-old,
God.
and her height and weight are both average for her age, so there's not much to go on there. But if we look a bit further down the page, we see a list of noted behaviors that the researchers say should be ignored in future examinations. Twitching, vocal tics, biting, epiphoria, vomiting, screaming,
Vomiting?
harm to examiner, harm to self, misplaced laughter. There's one character who we see display almost
Any
all
self-harm
of these
attempts
traits
must
during
be
Doki
interrupted
Doki
immediately.
Literature Club, particularly in that second act. Yuri. Once the game bugs out, Yuri's dialogue becomes the most erratic. We repeatedly see her eyes twitching when she talks to us. She
It was
screams
twitching.
at
I
Yuri
thought I
and
saw
laughs
that.
erratically at a few points, and that bit about self-harm? Hell, I
Whoa.
don't think I need to explain that one. But these aren't the only clues that we have to go on. There are 2 more things that absolutely confirm that Yuri is Libertina. The first is her age. Libertina was born January 5th, 2001, which would make her 17 years old in 2018, the year that Project Libertina is set to release. As the only member of the
Project
Literature Club and
Libertina.
senior year, Yuri is the only one of the girls in the right age range to be Libertina. But there's also one more piece of crucial evidence that absolutely
Then how do
clinches
the other
this
girls
theory, and
relate
the evidence
then?
isn't found in the game itself, or even in its data, or a random hidden webpage, but rather in the Doki Doki Literature Club merchandise store. Yeah! This guy is hiding clues in more places than Scott Cawthon. Team Salvato
Damn,
might not
man,
be
that's
offering
true, man.
much
This
in
guy-
terms of merch items, but the
Shit,
few
man, this
items
guy
that
definitely
are
learned
present
from Scott
reveal some
Cawthon,
very
man. The
interesting
student has
details.
become the
So let's look at the
master.
posters. 4 of them are simply CG of each girl taken straight from the game. Nothing too exciting there. Another 4 are creepy original artwork featuring iconic iconic quotes from the characters.
What the
Between
crap?
all of these, there's this running motif of the girls being tied up in a red string. Even Monica has a bow wrapped around
Side
her,
of my
but
head.
Yuri doesn't seem to possess these strings. In fact, all of the red strings seem to be emerging from her heart, from this flower, whatever this is, ensnaring all the other girls, an allusion to Libertina's psychic influence over everyone else. But if that doesn't convince you, there are 2 more posters for sale featuring original artwork. One of these is a surprisingly cute picture of Monica handing you the song she sings you at the end of the game. It's cute. It's very cute. The last poster, called Yuri Unhinged, is a bit different. And when I say a bit different, I mean completely different from anything else in the game or on the site. It shows the quiet bookworm Yuri sitting in the classroom at sunset, toying with a knife. For someone unhinged,
She wrote something on the wall in blood.
Seems oddly relaxed, even confident. In fact, it's the most confident we've ever seen her. Like she's in full control of the situation. And behind her, we see all sorts of ominous text scrawled on the blackboard.
Oh, clever.
A poster with a big ol' Illuminati confirmed eye in the middle.
I thought it was just written on a wall in blood.
This is the third eye, Yuri's third eye, and this is the only artwork where we see it depicted. Illuminati confirmed, Yuri as Libertina confirmed. Doki Doki Literature Club isn't just a free game made to promote Team Salvato's upcoming horror title, it's a part of Project Libertina. Monica is the upcoming game's protagonist, while Yuri is the monster at the center of the story, Libertina herself.
What about the other 2?
This is why Yuri was so attached to the Portrait of Markov story. It is her story, and the disconnect from being put in the wrong game is the reason that Monica becomes self-aware. But hey, that's
Shut up. Okay, not gonna lie, that was kind of creepy right there at the end. I'm gonna just do a quick check, see if there's anything else at the end. I don't think there is. No, doesn't look like there is. Okay, so, alright. So, I'm kind of hyped to play this game, but I'm also kind of hyped to play the game that's coming. I'm very interested in that. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I should, once again, do you guys think I should play Doki Doki Literature Club on my game channel? And maybe like try to pull out some of this stuff? And definitely get ready for the game that's coming. That's interesting. So, let me know what you guys think in the comments. That looks interesting. This looks very, very interesting. So, once again, a shout out to Happy Phoenix for being patient with me. This is another video for you, man, about Doki Doki Literature Club. Let me know if you want to see me play that game, specifically. Don't forget to share this, guys, on social media. Just hit that share button down there, because sharing is caring about my YouTube channel. And don't forget to check out my Patreon. Remember, patrons get priority with their suggestions, okay? Just like Happy Phoenix has been getting priority with his or hers or whichever. I don't know if Happy Phoenix is a boy or a girl. I don't know. I'm sorry. This is the internet. We don't really, I don't see how people can complain people of being sexist on the internet when most people on the internet technically don't even have a gender. Unless you saw me or something like that, if somebody goes up with a name like that, you don't even know if they have a gender. So, I'll see you guys next time. Tune in every day for new content. I got new stuff coming to my game channel. I'm thinking about, I just realized something that actually was kind of a horrible realization, is that I haven't played a first-person shooter in forever. And I used to dominate them. They were like all I ever played for like the longest damn time. I mean, I played like every Halo game. And I realized that I have a set of shooter games, first-person shooter games, and I have the entire series, and I haven't really played them. I have 2 series. One for my Xbox and one for my Xbox 360, one for my PlayStation 3. And that is Gears of War and Resistance. So I'm kind of debating myself which one I want to play through. Whether I want to play through the Gears of War series or the Resistance series. Let me know what you guys think. Which one I should go through and put on my game channel. Though it might be a moot point because I actually haven't turned on my Xbox 360 in over a year. And when one of my friends did that, the thing was completely fried already. It didn't even work anymore. So I don't know. It might not even work, and it might be a moot point. But we'll blow up that bridge when we come to it. So I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.